Hello, guys, and welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host, Sam, and we are back again with another video. So, today, as you can see, we are now on our way to prepare for week 14, which is actually starting tomorrow. So this Friday, the shows that we're going to cover today, we are covering today, like as you can see, Klopp's conference. This is for the LFC fans and those ones who are interested in hearing. Then we go to the build-up show, which is going to start a little bit later. We have already set everything and reminders there. Then later on around 10, there will be a show called the Premier League Show, looking back to week 18, all the games that were played, and the goodness and the flops of what happened during that week. It will be all covered in that show, which is going to start around 10 o'clock my time. So it will be around 8 o'clock in England or Britain time. So you might have to look out for that one. It's going to be interesting. Trust me on that. So, like I said, Liverpool is going to be playing against Crystal Palace. That is our next target, or that is our next match that we're going to be dealing with. Oh, before I even start talking about that, guys, thank you very much to all those people who have been clicking the like button, who have been subscribing to the Football Connect. We are now at 98 subscribers. I never expected to reach this mark, but close to 100, only 2 subscribers left. So those who are watching, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It is so important to us. That is how we grow as a channel. That is how we get more feedback from YouTube to actually make our videos go to many people, to reach many people like it is doing right now. So thank you very much to those who are subscribing, and to those who are going to continue to do that, please do that. So please, before we go anywhere, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. That is so important to the Football Connect in wherever we go. So Klopp had a press conference today talking about the game tomorrow at 12 o'clock Britain time, the game that will be played at Anfield. It will be played, it's not exactly at Anfield, but it will be played at Selhurst Park at Crystal Palace home stadium. So it's going to be an interesting game, because if we talk about Crystal Palace, this season it has been different in terms of the way they were playing. You just don't know what they're going to give you when you go into the match with them. It's either you see a low Crystal Palace or you see a dangerous Crystal Palace. So they are always surprised every time when we go to play with Crystal Palace. Any team can tell you that. They drew with Tottenham last week. So last week before the midweek. So you never know which Crystal Palace you're going to meet. But I hope that my team are ready to deal with whatever Crystal Palace is going to throw at us, because it's always a dangerous team. Everyone knows that, and we all know that. So Klopp had some questions that he was asked by the press, and all the people were asking the questions. So the first question that came to him was, how does he feel, or what is he feeling now that he has won remember Klopp won the manager of something. Let me actually confirm. If you check all our social media, like on Facebook, Twitter, and also Instagram, you can actually find out. We did a post. So he won the best FIFA men's coach twice now. In other words, he won it last year, and he won it this year. So he is FIFA's best coach or manager of the year, again for the second time in a row. That is so powerful. Let me tell you what happened. He had come like neck to neck with the Bayern Munich manager, according to the fans voting, but it seems like after that, the players and the managers all over the world, they had to decide who they want to win, and it seems like all the votes went against the Bayern Munich coach, and they chose Jürgen Klopp as the winner. So that is so powerful. It actually tells you how much is really affecting people as the world. So I'm going to quote something that is said in that when he was receiving that award. He said that many people would think that you can prepare to win everything at a go, but as a manager or as Liverpool, the way he approaches his games is that it's only that he doesn't focus on winning the league. He focuses on winning the next match. In other words, he's just trying to teach people that the only way to tackle big things or to deal with some big things that we cannot actually control with our own mind or with our own bodily strength is to tackle everything, but each and every single thing you can do, each and every step. That's how you do it to achieve anything in life. So forward so that they know that the only way to win your battles is to tackle it one by one, not to tackle everything at once. You can never win that. So I think that was so important, and that can move a lot of people. I just feel like that. So, like I was saying, we're visiting Crystal Palace, their own home ground, and the Reds' away record. We all know that it has not been, that should be good because we have had a lot of draws. We lost a game and away. We have 100% record at home, but away we have a terrible, terrible record. So we just don't know as the fans what we are going to get from this Liverpool when we go play at Crystal Palace, because Crystal Palace is a dangerous team. I know that one of their players been picked up and knocked, and I think it's a good thing because we are not going to be able to deal with him with those area balls, especially that we have a youngster who's working. I'm not sure if Matip is back. We have a youngster who's working alongside Fabinho. So that is actually a good thing that we can be proud of. I'm saying I'm taking a bad thing and turning it into a good thing. That's what I'm doing here. So what is happening here? So the first question he was asked about winning the award, like I just said, he said he is very happy for winning it. He said, if I'm asked that, if he was asked if he's a good manager, I was going to say nope. But if he was going to be asked if he's a world-class manager, I was going to say no. But being asked if he's working with some world-class coaches around him, he was going to say yes, because he believed that the only way they managed to win, managed to win this type of awards is because of what can I say the word? It's because of the hard work that all the coaches that are at Liverpool have put on together to work so hard to make this great team achieve all these things, working with these amazing players that we have all over, working so hard for Liverpool to achieve all the things that we're achieving. So I think it was just, Klopp doesn't want to be the man who says, yeah, it's me. He doesn't want to take that. He only give all the praises to all the people who have made it possible, which are the managers and stuff. So I think that was so powerful to hear that from him, and we hope to see what happens from that. That's for sure. So, and he was asked again the next question. Remember, there was a vote for the 5 substitutions. If you remember that talk that happened this week, the Premier League managers decided that they are not going to vote to allow 5 substitutes in a game, which is happening worldwide because of this corona pandemic and because of how tight the fixtures are. Maybe because all of those 10 clubs, because it seems like there are 10 clubs who actually voted against this motion. Maybe because all those 10 clubs, they were not experiencing the Champions League and the Europe and stuff like that. But now where we are going now, there are going to be a lot of fixtures. They are going to live to regret their decision. So Klopp, what he said was this: we all know the 10 clubs that voted against the players' welfare, which is actually taking care of the players as they tackle this game that they're dealing with. And he said that it doesn't make sense. For sure, all of us worldwide, we agree it doesn't make sense because of how much we have seen a lot of players from not only Liverpool, but a lot of teams going out because of the fixtures. He said it doesn't make sense, and we all agree with him. It doesn't make sense. Why would some managers decide to go against a thing that is actually going to help their team to have more choice in choosing the players to enter? And he said, we want to hear what those managers or those teams, their decision of refusing against this motion when they are asked by the journalists. So he said he's going to be waiting to hear what the journalists ask those managers and see what they say so that they actually hear their reasoning behind the refusing the 5 substitutions. But they said that they agreed that not 5 but more players will be allowed to be there, which I don't really get because it doesn't make sense at all. But because you've refused what is really important. But anyway, we will see how that goes on, that's for sure. And he was asked also about Thiago Alcantara. So if you have been seeing the Liverpool news or all the pictures that has been circulating all over social media of Thiago Alcantara actually training, preparing to actually come back into this thing. So he said that they've already made a joke like at the training ground that let's sign Thiago Alcantara in January because it seemed like he missed the whole first part of this. So it's like we are signing Thiago Alcantara in January because it's looking like that's when he's going to start playing in January. So that is a good thing. That is a good thing, and we is happy. And he said that he has to wait and see how he develops because he doesn't want to run the player to do the things because he might regret everything that might happen, but he wants to take every steps as it comes, as this man prepares for his recovery. And he said that it's not only for Thiago, but we also have Milner was also preparing to actually come back, and other players who also are going through this recovery process so that he can actually come back into this. And he said that if there's any player that he has forgotten, he's really sorry, not only to the player but to everyone, because there are just a lot of injuries at the moment at LFC. So let's just hope that a lot of players are coming back. That would be really, really powerful. And he was asked about their performance against Tottenham, of course, and he was asked about Crystal Palace performance. That people are saying that they don't really know which Crystal Palace they're expecting to see, because they have been changing in terms of how they attack their games and how they approach their games. And what he said, which I felt like it was powerful, he said that he has been impressed about how they've been playing. He talked about some players, talking about all of them who were actually saved in the last game to prepare for this Liverpool fixture. So that of course means that it's going to be an interesting game, and it's going to be interesting to see how Crystal Palace are going to approach this Liverpool game. But we can't wait to see what happens. I'm really excited. It's only few minutes, or let me just say a few hours before we go to the game. It's the first game of the week, just to remind you people. And Liverpool, we have suffered, or we didn't perform so well in this 12 o'clock games or the first games of the week, but I hope that this will be different, because all the teams, or both of the teams, they also didn't have the same amount of recovery. They had the same amount of recovery, so I hope that also works for us, not against us. We'll see how that one will go. And he was also asked about why the club has not been winning away challenges, and he said that it has been a challenge, but we have been working to do the right thing. So he's believing that all the things that he has been implementing, telling the players and the coaches, telling the players about these games and how he's supposed to approach it, is hoping that it actually provides a better thing, or a better performance for the team. But we'll wait to see on that one, that's for sure. And the next question he was asked was, how does it feel that it feels like everyone, after Liverpool winning the Premier League, everyone are just out to get them? They want to beat Liverpool. Everyone wants to be the champions. And he said that he doesn't know how the world looks at it, but since he has become a Liverpool manager, because of the history of the club and whatever, every team, whenever they face Liverpool, they were out to beat them. He gave an example of the Newcastle game that they once played back in the end, and he said that he felt when he was coming out of the match like he was playing a World Cup. So that's exactly what has been happening. It feels like we're playing a World Cup each and every time whenever we play teams, because everyone wants to beat Liverpool. But I hope that we will prevail and we'll go out with the 3 points so that we remain at the top of the league. Oh, if I didn't tell you guys, we are literally at the top of the league at the moment. Liverpool are actually above every team right now at the top of the league. And I'm hoping that we remain there, because that's where we deserve to be as a fan. That's what I'll say. Anyway, well, we'll go to... Okay, I've covered that one. Okay, so he talked about something that has been happening with the Liverpool, that Gini Wijnaldum, there was a time that he shouted in the dressing room that don't let us waste the first half again, because it has been seen and it has been proven that the first half of every Liverpool game that we've played, we've approached it differently. We've performed so well in the first half rather than the second half. So he was saying that he's actually hoping that, as much as you can hear the players talking about it, that they don't waste the first half. They actually approach it like they want to win something. That's all that is putting in, and he hopes that actually changes. But I hope so, because we have been playing so well in the first half, but second half we just drop the performance, or something just happens and we lose the games that we're leading, or we actually lose the game. So I hope that doesn't happen again. Also, the away record also changes. So now he was asked about the Tottenham game, how he felt and what he was expecting to see from this game after the Tottenham performance. And he said that he was impressed about how we approached the Tottenham game and how we played as Liverpool. And he's hoping that, he said it was an amazing game at the Liverpool stand of view, and he hopes that continues as well. So we will see what happens, guys, but I hope it will be an exciting game to see how the game will approach. Then he said that Okay, he said that against Crystal Palace, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a fair competition because all of the teams they played at the same time on Wednesday. Now it means when they meet, they all have the same hours of resting and they're gonna play exactly after the same hours. So it's a situation of seeing who actually is fit enough to compete. But as managers, they don't like to play under that terrible pressure, but that's what they have to deal with, and we'll see who's actually stronger to deal with this situation. But also to give an example, Liverpool have been doing this much longer than Crystal Palace, so in a way we can say that this season they have more experience of dealing with these games that only have a few hours away from each other and how to actually approach it. So the other question, which was the second from last question, he was asked that how does he feel that after the Crystal Palace, for the first time since this season started, they are literally going to have 8 days before the next game. So he was saying that, of course, we have to prepare for the West Brom match, but he's going to give the players time to rest, time to recover. He's going to give them recovery time. That is a lot. Then they prepare, actually take a rest, as well as the managers in terms of thinking and how to approach the game so that they can prepare for the West Brom game, which I felt like it was a good and an amazing performance from a manager who has been complaining about not actually having enough time to rest and also dealing with the fact that he has to only have options to put 3 substitutions rather than to put more than that. So let's see what happens. And the last question he was asked is Andy Robertson, Gini Wijnaldum are what are the two most team players that have played more game than any other players in this Liverpool squad. So the question he was asked was this: how does he feel that he can have those type of players to rely on, who never lets him down whenever he's approaching these games? And he said he's happy about it, but he has no comment over the question, which I felt like it was the best way to answer it. No comment over the question, which we will all hope and wait to see what happens on the next match. So, what am I thinking about this game? I can give you my predictions of the Liverpool game because, yes, this is a Liverpool show. So, I'm seeing us taking maybe a 3-1 win or 2-1 win, but I think it's going to be 3-1. But I'm sure Alisson will want to keep a clean sheet. Would it be possible? I'm not really sure, but I hope that we keep a clean sheet. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, guys. Click that like button if you haven't, subscribed to the channel if you haven't, so that we can actually hit that cool 100 subscribers. Please do me that favor, and please keep liking and sharing these videos on all your social media platforms. That's the most way you support us at the Football Connect. Thank you very much for watching, guys. This has been Sam, and this has been the Football Connect. We'll be back very soon when we now go to the Premier League build-up show, then the Premier League show later on this day. So thank you very much for watching, guys. We'll meet very soon. This is Sam signing out. Goodbye.